Hi everybody, Laura Riker here with my influencer and celebrity friend.
Not a celebrity, but Erica DeLong. Thank you guys for having us. And it's all about knowing who you are to get what you want in this life. And this expert right here has so many great tips to help you get to that point.
Right, and we're going to talk about having low self-esteem today. And we have these assessments.
We all suffer from that too.
Oh.
You grow. Yeah, all of us go through this phase at some point.
We totally do. We all do, for sure. So we wanted to have this whole series on assessments so that you can have these to work on for yourself. So, low self-esteem, the first one is, I see myself unworthy.
Okay.
Unworthy of what? Should we specifically say something for us? I see myself unworthy.
So being on, the radio, I'm out in the public a lot, or I'm doing things a lot, and people would never realize, like, I struggle with that on a regular, like, oh, I don't fit, or I shouldn't be at this event hosting. I'm not worthy of being the host of this event. That goes through my mind on a regular basis.
It's like imposter syndrome.
Yes, and so like whether you're on a stage or you're unworthy for being somebody's mother, or
but are you really unworthy?
No, we're not. But it's
who's
our
really deciding
thoughts.
that?
Yes,
exactly.
It's our heads. So what do you say to somebody that's going through one of those moments, like where I'm about to walk on stage and I'm like, I shouldn't be here?
Maybe instead of beating yourself up and saying you're unworthy, and you're still not feeling it, okay, you could just say, I may not be ready.
Okay,
change
I like
your
that.
language
Yeah,
just
I
a
like
little.
that. Okay.
Right?
But what if you're about to go on stage? You don't have an opportunity to say I'm not ready. You just have to do it.
Well, that sounds more like a stage fright, right? Just kind of, because if you've made it all the way to the stage, that's great.
Fake it till you make it. So.
Yeah, fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
So that would probably be my 2 cents with that. If you're right at the stage, make sure you have somebody you really love next to you who's going to push you off like a parachute.
Yes. Okay.
Right? Next is see myself as unattractive, disgusting, or otherwise unappealing.
Yeah, I think because of all of the social media and TV and movies, we expect to be an image that is not real life. And so we look and feel disgusting when we see ourselves in the mirror. Yeah. I do.
Oh my God.
I spend a lot of money to try to fix what I think is wrong, and then the next thing is wrong.
Yeah, I struggle with that. I totally do. I see myself very different in the mirror than I do in pictures. So sometimes I'll just take a picture to see myself because I think I see it better in a picture. I don't know why. So I kind of like roll myself in that one. Mm-hmm. But thinking about yourself is disgusting. I mean, there may be some verbal abuse happening in your life, possibly people telling you that you're disgusting, that you're believing that you're disgusting. If you think you're unattractive, okay, you can say, all right, I think I'm unattractive. Well, pick one thing that you'd want to change and slowly work to that goal. Whether it's you want to let your hair grow, or you want to color it, you want to save money to do something like that, or makeup, or if you want to try something new, right? Just make small little steps, and then you'll see, oh, I could do that, and I just feel better. Remember something. How everybody else sees you is not how you see you. So you cannot take everybody's opinion as being your truth. Because if I have blue in my hair, right, and you love it, but somebody else hates it, as long as I love it, that's what matters. Not everybody has to like it.
Now, you told me something one time before, and this was from an author, about looking in the mirror every day and saying, I love myself, I love the way I look, I'm beautiful. Because, like for me, I'll see my skin or my gut's big, and I'm just like, oh, fix it. And you have to love yourself where you are.
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
So what you can do is, what I tell my clients to do is, Louise Hayes has this book called Mirror Work. And it might be a bit much right now if you're just starting out, but I would just say try it if you'd like. But what you could do too is she also has affirmation cards that and I'll put in the description how to get them. And every morning just read one affirmation card, the first, front, the back, because then you're telling yourself this lovely affirmation, like, my day is going to be beautiful because I'm a beautiful person. And if you read that to yourself, which could feel awkward in the beginning, but you get used to it.
Right.
You're actually telling yourself that. You're telling your brain that, and you start to have better self-esteem through that. It really, really works. It really works.
Okay. So mirror work.
Mirror Work by Louise Hay. I avoid trying new things as I am sure to fail. Let me just say something before you even say anything else. If you're going to say, oh my God, I'm going to fail, I'm telling you, you're going to fail.
Yeah. Well, because you speak it into existence.
I tell you, and someday I can tell you the story, which we don't have time today, about how I spoke that right into existence. And my coach was there. And at the end of the day, my coach said to me, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I failed this. And she was like, really? You're surprised? I was waiting for it. I was like, what? She was like, I was waiting for it. She said, you said it first thing in the morning you were going to fail. And you did. Like, what are you so surprised? I was like, oh, I did, didn't I? Learned such a lesson that day.
So it's more of the fear of failing. I am not scared to like try everything. Like I'm that crazy person that will try everything. But if you fail, that hurts. But you have to pick yourself up and keep trying. Like, you know, you just keep trying. Because there's a lot of things that we both want to do. And there's fear there. But if you don't try, you definitely won't make it. So you have to keep trying and get over the fear part.
Right. And how are you going to learn what you can do to make it unless you fail? You got to fail in order to learn how to do it the right way.
I'm the queen of faking it till you make it.
Yeah.
So I'm scared the whole way there, but I still keep trying. Yeah.
So I have a whole course on authenticity and, you know, living in a world that's really fake, right? So through social media and stuff. So anyway, I digressed. I am afraid of being rejected by my peers or even strangers. Oh my gosh. That's social media insanity right there. I'm afraid of being rejected by my peers or even, what does it really mean? I'm feeling rejected. You know, somebody doesn't like you.
That you're not fitting in, you're odd, you know.
Yeah. Well, we really all want to belong.
We do.
We all want to belong. Brene Brown talks a lot about that in her book, Daring Greatly, about fitting in and belonging. It's not that we just want to fit in, we really want to belong. But if it's not your people and it doesn't feel comfortable,
I think that's the part that's hard too. Like if it's not your people. So like say you've had a group of friends your entire life and you're sitting at dinner and you realize I've grown into this different person and I don't fit. Like you fear being that new person that you've grown into because you don't want them to not like you and they've been your friends forever. But you just kind of have to blossom, and if they don't accept this person that you've become,
and sometimes we just tell ourselves stories.
Deuces, yeah. And you tell yourself stories, right?
Yes. Tell myself a story. I don't, you know, unless they actually say something to me, I'm telling my story that I don't belong when I probably belong just perfectly. So ask yourself what stories you're telling yourself.
That's the beauty of life too, is everybody's uniqueness makes us so amazing. So it's kind of cool to be unique and different. You don't want to be just like everybody else just to be accepted.
Yeah. It's a lesson.
Don't be
for
basic.
Sure. Don't be basic.
Don't be a basic
We're
me.
not basic, that's for sure. I have trouble saying no to others.
This one keeps showing up because it's such a big one.
It showed up in our boundaries assessment, didn't it?
Okay, I'm not a big drinker. I have some alcoholics in my family, and I think that kind of like set in for me to where I just don't drink. I don't enjoy it. It makes me feel sick. Occasionally. So when I go around people that drink a lot, I'm such an outcast, and they're like, just do it. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. I have a hangover for like 4 days. Like I don't want to get drunk.
Yeah. And you know, they may not want to hang out with you.
And that's true. They don't. They're like, oh, we're not going to invite her because she's not a drinker. So then the next time I'm like, no, I got it. You know, I try to show that I can hang, but then I'm like, that was stupid. Got to Uber home. You know, took my kids and drunk. Like, it's just be yourself.
Yeah.
And if they don't want to hang out with you, then there's another group that does fit with you.
Yeah.
You'll find your tribe.
And yeah, you will. And just say no, and that's it. Not maybe next time. I don't know if I really like that kind. Just like, nope, not today. Just stand up for yourself and just say no. And we can get into that another time if you ever want to know more about that. So that's our low self-esteem assessment that we have for you. And you can totally download it. We'll leave the description and the information from the bottom. We'll also leave the affirmation cards, the book.
Yes, that's a big one too. Yes. I love that. The book of telling yourself how amazing you are, because you're going to believe it.
Yeah, you really will. It's just the North.
And you are. You're amazing. It's because you are amazing. You're going to believe it because you are.
That's right. And you can visit us on our social media. Love my Instagram, Triangle Life Coaching.
I'm at Erica DeLong, and we're on all platforms, but Instagram is kind of like the go-to spot.
Yeah, she's everywhere.
And we can always reach out to us with questions or concerns or tips that you have, and we'll get right back to you.
You can always visit me at trianglelifecoaching.com. All sorts of resources there and courses and group coaching and stuff. if you're interested. So stay with us, follow us, leave us some comments, grab us on social, and we'd love to chat with you then. So that's our 2 cents. Thanks, and have a great rest of your day.